Hey everyone, Dr. Bortolotti here. The first thing I want to do is reassure you that if you did not get the outline works cited pages done, that's okay. We still have plenty of time to get this stuff done. I've built in extra days into the calendar for this semester, so it's fine. We can always work on these things this week. Make sure you do these right and do them well. And I think that you guys will be fine. As long as you have any questions that you bring to me, I'll be glad to answer them. So what I'm going to do here is just go over what the essay is and how to construct this thing. Now, the assignment for this week was for you to work on just the outline and the works cited page, which has the sources that you've chosen for your essay. And in this example, I gave you two works cited pages, one that was constructed in the MLA style, and that's primarily for people who are in the humanities, English classes, history, the arts, stuff like that. And then the APA style, primarily for people who are in the sciences and medical and stuff like that. This is the only one I'm requiring someone to use. If you are in nursing or medical, you have to use this. As far as the rest of you are concerned, you can use either style. It's okay with me. This is what you're supposed to be using for English class, but it doesn't matter. MLA stands for the Modern Language Association, and it's a group of college and university professors of English who get together who decide how to write up pages like this. Okay, and their style, the MLA style, is different from these dudes. This is the American Psychological Association, comprised of psychologists and psychiatrists. And they're the ones who came up with this style to use with the hard sciences. But in either case, like I said, if you're in the sciences or medical, you're supposed to use this. Everyone else, you could use this. So let's take a look at what's going on here. Remember, we are dealing with some color coding here. And the first thing you had to do was come up with your stance, especially on focusing on the career choice that you have made for yourself and why it is a good career choice for other people looking to get into this field. And then we're treating this as a reason essay. So the red here are the 3 reasons why this statement is true. So whatever you have up here, whether it's farming or whether it's auto mechanics or whether it's nursing or whether it's renewable energy, whatever you're doing up here, these things in red are your reasons. I'm also going to call these things subtopics because they are the topics that fall under the main topic. Here's the main topic. These are the subtopics. And they're in red. And your A detail is in blue and your B detail is in green. Now these colors are important because it's going to help you stay organized when you write the essay. Your paragraphs, when you do write the paragraphs, it's going to start with the red, it's going to go on to the blue, and then continue with the green. Let me show you. I'm not going to concentrate on the introduction for right now. I'm going to go right to the first paragraph. This is the first subtopic sentence. This is the subtopic. I'm going to go back up to the outline so you could see it. And there's the exact same word. The subtopic is appeal. And so when you begin writing this paragraph, we call this subtopic paragraph 1 because this is subtopic paragraph 1 because this is subtopic 1. And so this whole entire paragraph here is subtopic 1. This is subtopic sentence 1. It starts off the paragraph, and you have to mention the subtopic by name. That's why I'm keeping this in red, because it's reminding you that it is a complete sentence using your subtopic. You've got to give the subtopic to the reader, and that's me. Okay? With me as an English professor, I firmly believe that your content for your papers, for your essays, will be better if these things are structured. And the only way to get a good structured essay is if you have a good framework. And this is the structure. This is the framework right here. You guys who are in construction, you know how important that is. This is the foundation. This is the framework. All right, these are the building blocks. The very first thing is a subtopic, followed by at least 2 sentences on A and at least 2 sentences on B. So if we come down here, paying attention to our color coding, here is the subtopic sentence on red. And if we write a complete sentence on that, it would be something like, the first reason why blah, 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 blah is for blah, 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 the first subtopic. In this case, the first reason why the future looks bright for renewable energy is that these jobs have a broad subtopic 1, appeal. Then you go right into A, and you mention A by name, and then discuss A. And then next, you move on to the green, and you mention the green by name. By name. And at least 2 sentences on green. So it's 1 sentence red, at least 2 sentences blue, at least 2 sentences green. The key is to repeat the same words as what appears on the outline. Subtopic 1, A, B. 1, A, B. And notice I have bolded them so they stand out. You should do the same thing so you get used to doing this. The very first sentence when you start talking about A should say A. The very first sentence that you're talking about B should say B. Then after that, you can write as many blue sentences as you want, or as many green sentences as you want. It's all in support. Okay, I'll come back to this in a minute. And then the pattern repeats. The next reason, subtopic 2. Here's subtopic sentence number 2. Subtopic 2. Go into A. Discuss A. Go into B. Discuss B. And then the pattern repeats again. Last subtopic sentence. Subtopic 3. A. B. So the pattern is the same each time. Red, blue, green. Subtopic A, B. Subtopic A, B. Subtopic A, B. Now, to make sure that your writing is smooth and transitions smoothly to the next, we use transitions. The first reason, the next reason, or you can even write, that helps if I spell it right. The second reason, the final, or the third reason, or you could say another reason. There are lots of transitions, but I would like you to use one here. First is good to use. Second is good to use. Third is good to use. There's also, in addition, TOO. There are lots of transitions. So I'd like you to use one when you begin the first subtopic sentence, and then when you move on to B. Notice it's green, so this transition is going to be part of the first B sentence. Remember, here's B. Same thing down here. This is the first B sentence, so you add a transition. This is the first B sentence, so you add a transition. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can use these transitions. They are exactly in the spots where you're supposed to be using them. That's part of the green sentence here. It's part of the green sentence there. You can use those transitions. There's only a limited number of transitions that exist in this world, so you might as well use the ones I've given you. It's okay. It is okay to use these exact words in this exact place. You want this green transition here? Boom. There it goes. You want the green transition plus here? Boom. There it goes. You want my second transition? Take it. It's yours. Okay. Now let's go back up to talk about this stuff. Okay. You've got your sources that you're supposed to have for this essay. Hopefully they're good sources that you found that backs up the reasons why your job career choice is a good job career choice. Now, if I take a look at this right here, and if this is your paper, I'm going to ask myself, what is this person talking about here? So that means I got to go look at the works cited page to find out, what is he talking about? What the heck is she talking about? Oh, okay. This is the source. Gotcha. She is quoting from this source, or he is quoting from this source. So that's what he did here. That's what she did here. She borrowed these words out of the source because she thought they were pretty good words. She wanted to use these exact words from the author, so she puts them in quotes marks like this and quotes marks like that. And then in a set of parentheses after the sentence, she gives a citation. This is where you give credit to the source. Now, in the event that this actually had an author's name, let's say the guy who wrote it was named Smith, and down here it said this. I'm so sorry. I'm not a very good typist, as you can see. Let's say Gus Smith was his name, because your article did have an author's name. You have to cite the author's name, just like down here. This article has two authors' names. All right, but this particular article did not have an author's name, so you cite either the article title or the website itself. And you do that when you take exact words out of your source. You're borrowing those words. You're borrowing those words to support what you have to say, and you put it in a citation. This is the MLA style. The APA style is a little bit different. All it does is takes a comma and the year that the article was published. That's the only difference. So if you're in medical, you'll be using the examples that are in purple. Okay, here's one here. This is an MLA citation. Notice no year. This is from the same source, but the APA style, comma, publication year. Now, my requirement for this essay is for you to have at least one source to help you write this essay, and at least one in-text citation and quote to help you write this essay. Anything after that is just extra points. You just give me more information. That's awesome. Okay, but the requirement is at least one source and then at least one in-text citation. That's what this is called, an in-text citation. As far as the introduction is concerned, make sure that your thesis statement is the last sentence of the introduction, and then use the introduction itself to give me any necessary background information to make me understand anything that I need to understand about your topic. Treat your introduction as one big attention getter. Don't mention any of your reasons here. That's what the essay itself is for. But necessary background information for me to understand why your career choice is a good career choice. And if you want to, you can have a quote and an in-text citation. It is not required. Coming on down to the conclusion, treat your conclusion as a wrap-up session. Okay? Talk about your reasons again, and then think of a concluding sentence that gives me, the reader, your final and best punch. Okay? Make this the most memorable sentence of the essay, because this is what I'm going to be left with remembering. Notice that the outline is the first page of this document, and the works cited page is the last page of this document. What you were supposed to hand in to me this week was just the outline and the works cited page. Now we're going to fill in what happens in between. Okay? we'll take questions when they come up.